Hello, and welcome to Organizing Your Business to Success. Nobody wants to be working 24/7, right? That's not why you're an entrepreneur. You have your own digital business, you have your own physical business, maybe you have a store, whatever it is, you are running a business, but that shouldn't be your whole life. So we need to set up routines to create some of those boundaries. First thing you are going to do is really look at 4 parts of your day. We're going to look at your morning routine. We're going to look at starting your workday, ending your workday, and bedtime. Those 4 separate routines are going to help you kind of streamline and gain mental clarity, which is a key part of organizing. When your brain is overly cluttered, you aren't able to focus, which means you aren't able to really process or get things done throughout your day because you have so much mental clutter. So by creating routines, one, you don't have to think about what you're doing because you're going to set these up so that it is successful for you, which then helps with making decisions. So there's a thing called decision fatigue. It's where you make too many decisions in a day. With that, I want you to not have to make decisions about what is the first thing I do when I start my workday. Because we're setting up a routine, you don't have to think about what comes next. You just know. So your action item, this is what you are going to do. You are going to get a piece of paper and we're going to divide it into 4 parts. Those 4 parts are going to be 4 routines for you for throughout your day. We're going to start with the morning routine, starting your workday, end of workday, and bedtime. You're going to write down all of the things you want to do for your morning routine. After you've written down all of the different routines you have, we're going to start with one, and you're going to use Post-it notes. And you're on the Post-it note, you're going to write the steps and you're going to number those steps. This way, you're kind of creating a scavenger hunt for yourself to get yourself through your morning routine as you're first starting it. I recommend doing this because it's a game. Our mind likes things where it's like, oh, what comes next? What comes next? So I highly recommend doing something like that. I also recommend not doing it on your phone. I recommend Post-it notes or just paper because there is some brain research coming out that says if you start your day on your phone, the endorphins that have been going to your brain are going to crave that throughout your entire day. So the amount of time you endlessly scroll when you start within the first hour of your day on the phone is actually higher than if you don't. So try not to be on your phone the first hour of the day. That's why this morning routine, you can set it up so you're busy for the first hour and you don't even need to check your phone. So then you can also use an app tracker. The one I use is called Streaks, and it's just an app on your phone. So, after part of my morning starting workday is then go into Streaks and check I did my morning routine, because you don't want to break the chain because it gives you awards and celebrates and everything. So it's an exciting game. Again, games work when it comes to creating routines. Now, why does that help you stay organized? Again, because you don't have to think about things. So you have more decision-making power for your actual business. So setting routines is a form of organization for you to create a flow within your business. Okay. The second thing we're going to cover is your physical space. And this is going to look different for everyone, but I recommend a couple of things that are going to be useful for everyone, okay? Because not everyone thinks in rainbow color-coded order. Not everyone thinks like a specific way. Instead, you might have a more creative brain. You might need things out in order to start your workday. That might be your end of workday routine, is to get supplies out for the following day. No matter what it is, I want you to have a routine, a system in order to keeping your physical space organized also. So the very first thing is give everything a spot. Now, I didn't say bin. I didn't say it all needs to be perfectly organized in containers and lined up. And I said a spot. This big difference is going to help you kind of loosen the reins when it comes to organizing. So by designating spots, let's say you have a lot of craft supplies. You can keep all of your paints on a shelf in your craft room. And then within that, they don't all have to be color coded. They don't have to be sorted nicely, but it has a designated spot. It's that entire shelf. By giving your stuff a spot, it's going to make cleaning up and tidying easy. It's going to be simple. Okay, I'm done painting. I'm going to take all my paints. I'm going to put them back up on the shelf. And now you have put away your things. When we stop overthinking and we just start getting really basic, putting things away, it's going to help you so much by just giving you order, and your brain can just kind of like breathe. That's the reason why our brains go to those like Pinterest worthy pictures, because our brain can make sense of it. When things are chaotic, our brain has a hard time on what it needs to focus on. But when we streamline it and things are put away, our brain can comprehend where things go, and it makes us feel calm, which is the point of organizing, to get your brain and your nervous system in a spot where it's regulated so that you can then make the best decisions for your business. So you can go and make effective change. You can create an organized business because your brain, your nervous system, your entire body can process the area in which you are working. So keep it simple. Add cleaning or tidying to one of your routines. Maybe every morning, that's how you get going, because you need to move. So in the morning, in order to get your brain working, okay, I'm going to put things away and I'm going to clean up. That's part of my, beginning workday routine, or my end of workday routine is putting everything away or setting up for the next day, or however you want to work it. You have to figure out what works for you. Start in one area of your workspace and keep that organized for a week. Then move to another area. So I like using desktop as an example, because usually we have like a desktop and we might have like an area for, building out stuff or painting or crafts or packaging or whatever. Start with one area you can keep clean, tidy, organized to your definition of organized, and then just kind of build throughout from there. So your action item to get your physical space organized is to set 30-minute timer one day and get one part of your workspace organized. Use Post-its to label where things go in that area you designated. This is going to be my tidy space. I like Post-its because they aren't permanent. You can totally move them around. If something isn't working, let's say you have your pencils on your right side, but you notice you're grabbing with your left, move the pencils. So you take the Post-it and you move it to the left side. Look at that. That's why I like Post-its, because they're movable. They will move with you. And then you can get a system, a flow, a physical ordered space for you. So it is streamlined, perfect just for you, simply by moving the Post-it. Then make a plan to tidy sometime in one of your routines. Those are your action steps for physical space. Now we can dive way more in depth for that in the comments. So if you have that, I'm happy to answer more specific questions as we're going through. But this is kind of general because so many people's businesses look so different that I want you just to kind of streamline that. Project planners. This is the next step, the next topic. I am a huge fan of project planners, but I need project planners physically in front of me. There's also digital project planners that you can use as well. These are things like Asana, Trello, Monday, all of those are digital. Physical is just right in front of you, piece of paper, all of that. Project planners are going to help you streamline so much within your business. It's going to help with system organization. It's going to help with upcoming projects. It's going to keep your business in order. And as you grow, maybe you want to stay a solopreneur. Perfect. It'll streamline your thought process. Maybe you want to grow your business. It's going to help as you bring in people to your team. So first, what you need to do is figure out which project planner is best for you, physical or digital. Totally depends on what works for you. So your action item in regards to project planning is figure out, are you going to go digital or are you going to go physical? I need you to create a list of tasks for your projects. Then I need you to break up those tasks into sections. Then you're going to create the actual projects you want to get done and move them through your project planner. Now, finally, our last topic is systems. Systems streamline things in your business. They help you automate. And when you create templates, you can just reuse it so you're not thinking. This again limits decision fatigue. This helps keep you focused. And as you grow, things will change. So you can always remember what you've done in the past to keep you focused and organized. So your action item is to create templates for your systems. So one type of project, if it's a blog, if you're working with a collaborator, if you are promoting something, all of those have systems. All of those have a flow in which you need in order to create order within your business. Then you're going to create a template for those tasks and then duplicate it for every new project.